Hey there, Quick Starters. It's Matthew Graves from Quick Start Coach here with your daily Quick Starter for today. And today is a special day because today is episode 20. Episode 20. So 20 days ago, we started doing these daily Quick Starters and sharing this content out each day. And here we are at episode 20, and I have not run out of things to say yet. I have to constantly be inspired, but I think that the topic today is an especially good one, and it leads into a webinar that I'm doing tomorrow about crafting an effective email series, either for your autoresponder or for your funnel or for just sending out regular emails normally to your tribe or list. Because we all know that email is the absolute best and most effective way to be able to communicate with the people that follow you. Facebook is great, all social media is great, Twitter's great, Periscope's great, and each one has a place in your whole marketing arsenal, but nothing beats email. But good email is the key. Good email that gets results. That's what you want to be working on. So let's talk today about the 3 types of emails that you are going to send out to your tribe or your list or your followers or your audience or whatever you want to call them. But there are generally 3 types of emails, and most emails that you will write will fall into one of these 3 categories. And each one of these categories has a different goal. So depending on what you want to accomplish and your balancing of all of these different emails in the series in your schedule of sending them out, that is going to depend. So let's talk a little bit about the first type of email that you're going to send. And these types of emails are generally sent out initially when someone first subscribes to your list or first becomes a member of your tribe. And this would be your indoctrination series or your indoctrination emails. And the idea and the goal of an indoctrination email is to teach the person about you, is to introduce them to you, introduce them to what it is that you do, what your mission is, what your focus is, the kind of content that you share, and what your goal is to accomplish with them. If you think about the trifecta of getting people to know, like, and trust you, this is about getting people to know you. This is about getting them to know you and then ultimately to like you. To like the approach that you're taking, the way that your voice is, and the kind of things that you're going to be sharing with them. So when someone first signs up for your list, you may put them into an indoctrination series, a list of emails where you essentially tell them who you are, what it is that you do, how frequently you'll be emailing them, the whole mission of what you do, and then maybe share a few of your best pieces of work, your best value. Add that right off at the beginning. If they signed up for a lead magnet, they're going to get a free report, access to a webinar, something like that, then you have to give them that first. But then after that, you want to start sending them a series of indoctrination emails. So that may be anywhere from, I would say 2 or 3 on the low end, up to maybe a week's worth, maybe 7 or so on the upper end, depending on how frequently you're sending them. Might take a little while longer, but this is something that's going to lead them into your regular, normal email schedule. So those are the indoctrination email. And remember, each one of these different classes has a goal, and you have to focus when you're writing these emails on serving that goal. And the goal of the indoctrination emails is to get them to know you and get them to like you at least a little bit. And then you build on that in the regular emails that you'd have as part of your regular series. Now, if you're in a funnel and someone's in a funnel, they may get a regular list of funnel emails that takes them through a process of trying to get them to buy a product or something like that. And then after that, maybe then they get dropped into your regular normal email sequence of sharing content, etc. But the second type of email that you would have outside of an indoctrination email would be what I call an engagement email. So the goal of the engagement email is to get them to engage with you, get them to engage with maybe other web properties you have. So it might be that you're asking them to like you on Facebook, or follow you on Twitter, or come and watch a webinar, or come in and consume some of the content that you're producing, some of the value that you're creating. And these would also be the type of email where you would be sharing that value, where you would be adding the value so that they will like you and then trust you. Know, like, trust. So you want to be adding that great amount of value. You want to be driving them out to your different web properties, your different embassies, and getting them to follow you. Maybe you're linking to your blog. If you have a blog and content on your blog, you might be linking to websites that aren't even yours, that are other content that you're sharing as well. But the whole idea is to get them engaged. You want them to be engaged with you and follow you and know, like, and trust you. So that's the idea of the engagement email. And an engagement email is going to take a very different tone. It's going to be very much a sharing of information tone. It's going to be, here's something that I'm going to share with you. You can discover how to, craft a better email or get more traffic to your website. You're adding value and you're trying to get them to engage with you. Another great way to build engagement is to ask them to reply. If you've got your emails set up in a way so that when people reply to those emails, it comes back to you and doesn't end up in a spam folder or bouncing, and you should always set up so that you have reply addresses to be able to do that. Ask them to reply back and tell you about their biggest challenge or what they're struggling with right now. The whole idea here, again, is to build this personal relationship. Engagement, engagement, engagement. And it's a great opportunity for you to learn about what your audience needs, what they value, and the kind of things they need you to help them with. So engagement, engage. So you got indoctrination emails, you have engagement emails. And then the last kind of email is the one that people send away too much, especially initially. And those are selling or sales emails. So these are emails where you're trying to get them to take some action, an action aside from, hey, like in your website or something like that, but you're trying to get them to actually sign up or buy something. And sales emails are a totally different beast whatsoever compared to engagement emails or compared to indoctrination. In indoctrination, you're sharing information about you. In engagement, you're sharing information, adding value for them. And in a sales email, this is going to be something that is going to be much more written to get them to take action. So now you're sharing information about a product. You're trying to get them to click that link and go over to the sales page where they're already going to be warmed up to potentially purchase. As I note, people send away too much of those sorts of emails. It's all sell all the time. Somebody signs up for their list and it's like, sign up for this. And then the next day, sign up for that. And then the next day, sign up for this. The next day, sign up for that. If they made it that far without unsubscribing from your list in the first place, when they realized all you were going to do was pitch them over and over and over again. That is not what you want. Your sales emails, you may be in a kind of a launch sequence where it's just add value all the time, and then eventually you'll go into a series of a week or a couple of weeks where it's going to be more about selling a particular product that you're launching or that you're assisting with the launch of someone else on, or you may intersperse those sales emails into the regular value emails. If so, what I would recommend is that you should be sending out 4 or 5 emails that are sharing content and not trying to sell them anything for every sales email you send. So value, 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 sell. Value, 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 sell. Something along that line, so that you are adding a lot more than you're asking in return. And you can segment the emails. If you want to get fancy with your autoresponders, then you have ways of of saying, well, if once someone clicks on a sales email, let's say you're sending emails out over a 3 or 4 day period, they wouldn't get the emails on the subsequent days because they already went to the sales page, or maybe they get a different email. If you want to get fancy and you have something like Infusionsoft or a full-blown HubSpot, CRM, then you can do that kind of thing. But for most beginning marketers, just keep the whole idea of value, 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 sell. Value, 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 sell. And you'll do fine. That will reduce your unsubscribe rates because you're adding much more than you're taking. And just focus on that. Just focus on building that audience. Focus on helping them, because when you help them, they will know, like, and trust you. And if they know, like, and trust you, then when you say, I think it'd be really good if you bought X, they will go and buy it. So focus on those 3 types of emails and make sure that you are sending a good balance of all of them out to your list or your tribe. Indoctrination emails to get them associated with you in the first place, engagement or value emails to build that relationship and to help them out, and then sales emails, which are focused on getting them to take action and either sell or sign up for something that you're promoting. Make sure that you go out there and that you take action on what you've learned tonight and that you supercharge your success. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the Daily Quick Starter again tomorrow.